Hey everyone, are you ready for me to talk about a French magical girl series? I hope you are, because Miraculous, Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir waits for no one. I'm Mr. J, and I like superhero media, regardless of how nihilistic and self-serving the internet has become over that topic. To stay on track, I'm going over 3 key points. What the series is about, what I love about it, and why I recommend it to you. Miraculous is about Marinette, Dupain-Cheng, and Adrien Agreste, and their adventures of saving Paris from the villainous Hawkmoth. In old superhero media fashion, Marinette and Adrien, who are Ladybug and Cat Noir respectively, have no knowledge of their civilian identities. They have a crush on one another with their dual identities, but barely budge an inch on the matter. While dealing with the pressures of high school and superhero life, Marinette and Adrien also have to deal with their own personal battles, their friends' troubles, and problems around Paris. The way an episode typically goes is Hawkmoth wants the Miraculous of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Though before Hawkmoth really becomes involved, the A-plot involves Marinette, Adrien, their family, friends, or a citizen of Paris dealing with a problem. Then, the B-plot is where Hawkmoth takes advantage of that strong, negative emotion felt by someone in Paris and akumatizes that person. How that whole process works is Hawkmoth takes a butterfly, fills it with malevolent energy. That butterfly finds and evilizes the person, giving them superpowers to right the wrong they faced, in exchange for Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculous. I am aware of the words that just came out of my mouth, and I assure you, I am not making this up! Alright, I want to stop here real quick so I can say a couple of things, so that way the rest of my exposition makes sense. First up, Marinette and Adrien transform due to their Miraculous, jewels which house powerful cosmic beings called Kwami. By sharing their power with humans, the Kwamis give their wielders extraordinary abilities. The wielder of the Ladybug Miraculous can create anything from the ether, while the wielder of the Cat Miraculous has the power to obliterate anything they touch. And currently, they can only use their powers once before needing to go power down and let their Kwamis recuperate. Next up, more like 70% of the problems in Miraculous are the result of Chloe Bourgeois, a classmate of Marinette and Adrien, who is your average spoiled rich kid. She at points becomes an antagonist to Marinette, both as a person and a supervillain. You know what? Jello Apocalypse is right. Most of the problems in Miraculous would be solved if Chloe just went to New York. The last thing, and the most important thing, is for a person to be akumatized, they have to meet 2 requirements. 1. The person must be consumed by their negative emotion for the akuma to hone it in on them. And 2. The person has to be carrying an item of personal significance for the akuma to tether itself to them. With that in mind, let's resume. After powering up, the akumatized person runs around and wreaks havoc. Once the supervillain of the week is running rampant around Paris, Marinette and Adrien suit up as Ladybug and Cat Noir and make a plan of attack. The rest of the episode is like your standard Saturday morning superhero cartoon. Cat Noir exchanges quips with the supervillain and Ladybug. Ladybug summons a random item from the ether, and the item in question is used to help defeat the supervillain. Once the villain is stopped, Ladybug finds the Akuma, de-evilizes it, and sets it free while resetting the damage done to Paris. Are you still with me? Good. We're almost done with the first half of the video. So, after powering down, Marinette and Adrien solve the problem on the civilian end, and the day is saved. While Hawkmoth is like, "Curse you, Ladybug and Cat Noir. I'll get your Miraculous next time." I love Hawkmoth. But usually, that's what happens in a Miraculous episode. Now, when the multi-part episodes happen, that is when things get kicked up a notch. Now, why do I love this series? To put it as bluntly and politely as my brother had said, it is a burning trash fire. My criticism to add is I wish that they did a lot better with the presentation and the pacing. But despite all of that, I really love sitting down and shutting my brain off to Miraculous. From the breadcrumbs the writing team leaves behind, I begin to see the larger story being told. There's that underlying feeling that there's more to a few characters than I thought previously. Little by little, things begin to make more sense. And while Miraculous isn't perfect, it's trying to build itself up the best it can. And I respect it for that. So, if you're in the mood for a magical girl series, a superhero series, or something that captures the feeling of old Saturday morning cartoons, then Miraculous, Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir is right up your alley. For where it lacks the subjective perfection individuals label a series with, it makes up for in simple Saturday morning hero charm. Miraculous has a campy feel to it, be it unintentional or intentional, that makes it good to sit down and just shut your brain off to. Miraculous is currently 5 seasons in, and should you be interested, it's worth investing your time in. So set your expectations at medium, grab a snack and a drink, and sit down for a couple episodes to enjoy the adventures that Miraculous has to offer. Though, before I end the video, I have one more thing I would like to get off my chest. As of recording, I've been watching up to Season 5, and it gives me hope. It gives me hope of Marinette and Adrien's relationship. For real quick context, they did a what if twice where they had a relationship happen, they went back in time, and it didn't happen. I'm crossing my fingers that when they move their relationship forward, they don't pull another bite the dust and rewind time. You can only do that so many times before I become emotionally numb to any further attempts. So my hope is that the third time around, the status quo changes, and we can finally move on from will they, won't they. Other than that, I have nothing else to say, except I hope they go through with that, because my remaining hair follicles can't take it. I'm Mr. J, telling you to have a day.